Well, we're going to start this one early today. It was between 8:30 and 9 yesterday when I ended up the prep video for this particular pot of stew. And I put this in my crock pot, and it has been cooking all night. It's now about, 3:30? Yeah, it's almost exactly 3:30 in the morning after cooking that for probably close to 6 hours on low, covered, looking pretty good. And so, here comes the good test. Like I said, I don't usually use hamburger in my beef stew, but that just seemed to be the thing to do with this particular batch. And get a potato in there. Yeah. Well, here we go. Now, I can't eat and film me eating. Oh, I suppose I could, but it wouldn't be pretty. So, let me have a little bit of that. Well, matter of fact, let me do it this way. Yeah. What a way to start a video, huh? Cool stuff. Let me see here. If I go in here. Let me turn this up just a little bit. It's some good looking stuff. For old bachelor cooking, that's some pretty good stuff. Yes, it is. You saw me just blast right through that potato. That's good stuff. Yeah. Definitely worth the effort and everything. Now then, what you see over here is some of the reason why it's time for me to clean up. Yep. And we'll do that. We'll do that in the morning here. I'm going to finish my soup bowl, and we'll get to that. It'll be a snap of fingers for you, but it's going to be probably another 4 or 5 hours for me.
Bye. Well, things did not go exactly the way I expected them to today. I made that short little intro video to this thing about 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning, and I expected to get up this morning and do some more, right? But I got up this morning and put my cup of stew in my microwave, and my microwave did not work. So I've had that thing for, probably close to 15 years. Maybe it's time for a new one. Well, one nice thing about it, if the new unit fits in there that way, it should be able to fit in there quite nicely when I get it out of the box. And it's pretty much going to clean that entire countertop in it. That's okay. We'll make it work. Well, one of the things I do like about this house is where that particular outlet is situated. Obviously, they intended for this counter to be some type of electrical appliance deal, and probably meant for it to be a microwave. And the reason I know that is because I haven't found any other outlet or light that's hooked up to that particular outlet. In other words, it's a dedicated circuit at that outlet. And that's good for microwaves. Now, I have never taken the cover off of there to see whether or not that's wired with 12 gauge wire. My guess is that it is, but I've never blown a fuse operating my microwave. Say blown a fuse, I should say blown a breaker. It's just never happened. I've never blown a breaker using my microwave, and I've never had this outlet area get warm or hot or anything like that. So I do like the fact that somebody put the kitchen together probably pretty right. I'm glad of that. Okay. What do you think, Bernie? Huh? What do you think? Yeah, you like that, huh? Good stuff. Let's see if we can get this box open. Now you notice I have the box, what you would probably consider to be upside down, but I do that for a reason. And I'm sure not everybody does, but I do. We're about to show you why here, I think. Okay, let's see if I can get those shipping staples out of there. It would be nice if they would come out easily. Oh, that's not bad. What do you think, Bernie? Huh? What do you think? Yeah, those staples came out nice and easy. Let's go ahead and put the pliers away. I don't think I'll need those anymore. That way I won't have so much stuff to pick back up when I get ready to say I'm done. Okay. Yeah, that opened up really nicely. Okay. Now at this point, I'm looking at the bottom of the unit, which I expected to be. In fact, I was hoping I would be. Let's see if I can show you why I did that. You probably already know all about this. And you're probably thinking, boy, why is it wasting my time? But, yeah. Now, I have never owned a Toshiba appliance, so I don't know what I'm getting into here. Now, the neat part about this is, by doing it that way now, this box should come right up. And off of there. Like so, and would have far easier than what I was able to do it. But this way, you're not having to lift the appliance, whatever it is, out of the box. You lift the box off the appliance. Well, my first look at it, and the display model looked really nice. And you've heard me sing the praises of Costco over the last couple episodes, but I did not do this one at Costco. The unit that Costco's got as their in-store special at the moment was $20 less than this, but it was a substantially smaller and not as high output unit as what this is. Okay, let's see if we can get that over onto that nice pretty white counter that I just cleaned off. That would be good. Okay, if you hear me grunt and groan, it's only because I'm grunting and groaning. And I'm probably feeling pretty good about it. So, standing this up on one end, picking it up, I'm not seeing a cord to stumble over. That's because they've got the cord packaged quite nicely along the back side of it. Now that's definitely going to fill that space. Okay, cool. You saw me get it on the counter. We're making progress. Good stuff. Okay, I've changed your angle there just a little bit. Let's see if we can get this thing plugged in and tested. I'm not going to start taking any labels off of it yet, just in case I got to take it back. I got to be honest with you. As much stuff as I bought at Walmart over the years, I've never had to take anything like this back. And that's not an advertisement for Walmart. That's just a statement of the fact. There we go. Well, they made sure that power cord wasn't going to go in place. That was nice of them. Get rid of that. Get rid of this. I usually save those wire ties. I don't know if I will this time or not. So there's my plug. Can you see my receptacle yet? Not really. Let's get this plugged in. And trying to let you see that. Ooh, it buzzed when I plugged it in. Great. All right. And the main indicator worked. Now, my question is, okay, I think I got to open the door to get that piece of plastic out of there. Okay, there's a book for the microwave oven. Imagine that. There's an instruction manual that I haven't read yet. Can't imagine me doing that. Okay, there's a piece of tape on the rotisserie deal here, and a little shaft that turns the rotisserie. Okay, and I bet when I turned that upside down, I heard kind of a little clunk, and I bet if I go back to the box here, I bet I find the rotisserie plate. Let me see what I find over here real quick. Now that is one of the problems of opening boxes upside down. Is sometimes you don't always get what you want. But I not only found a rotisserie plate, I found the ring that it goes on. So that was simple enough. Had I opened the top side of the box first, that would have been very visible at that point. I would have lifted it out and set it to the side. Does it make any difference which side's up on this? I don't think so. I think that's symmetric. Cool. So that's the rotisserie support. That's the rotisserie plate. And so far, things are pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna shut you off for a second, and I'm gonna read that manual just to make sure that I haven't left anything like shipping tape or something where it should have been taken off and haven't gotten to it yet. Make sure it's ready to start. Okay, according to the instructions, so far I've done everything okay. They're suggesting that for your first test of any type at all, you put that in there for 1 minute. You hit the one button and it starts automatically. My guess is if I get this all tested out, I'm going to find that it's time to start tearing some of these kind of dealies out here. Yeah, this does not have a button on the door handle. It's just a typical roller latch dealie. Yeah. This can be taken off. This can be taken off. And that can be taken off. See what happens when it gets through a 1 minute cycle. That's what happens. Okay, how do we get the unlock? You gotta hit the unlock button to get the door to open. Okay. Oh yeah, we warmed up. Looking good. So, with that in mind, we're gonna tear the labels off. Yay! So far so good. I tried to set the clock, that didn't work. We'll see what we come back here. Now, according to the instructions, there is a way to disable that door lock completely. Got that off. This one looks like it's going to come right off. They're also saying that to clean this thing, you just want to use hot soapy water. No chemical cleaners at all. Not even vinegar. So, well, there we go. We'll see how all that works as time goes on. See if I can get this last sticker off there. I'd like to have that off of there. I went to the far corner. It's gonna come. It's gonna come. Let me see what this one says. It says, do not insert your fingers into the gaps or holes. Imagine that. The stuff that they gotta put on stuff that you're gonna use anymore for warnings is pretty crazy. Okay, so this other sticker here is the manufacturer's ID. I don't think there was anything like that, similar to that on the back side. No, there isn't. And like I said, that pretty well fills that space up. I may be able to put a few things over here, but in reality, I think I'd really like to try to keep that area perfectly clear. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. I think I'm going to leave it there. If I somewhat center it on this, is it centered on the cabinet? Well, it could go right about a half an inch. Looking at the countertop. Okay. Let me check something here. See how good my eyeballs are. Other than that, I'm 5 3/4 inches away. Other than that, I'm 6 1/2 inches away. So that last move to the right took it off of center on the countertop. Let's see if we can get it centered on the countertop. I think to center stuff, you gotta use a tape measure, not a Nintendo cart. Okay, just under 6 inches there now. Just over 6 inches there now. One more little minor adjustment. And When I say minor, I mean minor. Let's see how this goes. Okay, I'm right on 6 inches there. And I'm right on 6 inches there. According to the measuring stick, we are now centered. Okay, it's about time to put this to the test. I'm looking forward to that. Let me see what I can do here. Okay, now we're back to where I was wanting to be quite a while ago. There's my stew that I made in the crock pot yesterday. Now you notice I put a plate up there. I'm not putting that directly on the deal. Let's stick this in here for 2 minutes this time and see what we come up with when we're done. I may just leave that child lock on there and let her go. Oh, let's see if we can shut that off and then bring you back when it does. Okay, we got 15 seconds to go. You can see that countdown. Let's see what happens here. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, it didn't splatter all over the place. That's good. It's definitely warm enough that you don't want to touch the outside of the cup there. Yeah, that's pretty good. Look at the thing of stew. Now, did the center of it get warm? Yeah, that's the next question. Oh yeah, it's not overly hot, but it's edible at that thing. So, I now have a microwave that works again. Good deal. That's so good, we're going to do it again. It's nice to have good food. I like it. Now then, on the way in this time, let's see if reading the instructions actually works here. Okay. Time cook, wait, timer clock. 1, 2. I did not hit it twice last time. Oh, 6, 38. Start. Okay, how do I clear that? Wait, milk, scream, timer, clock. Stop, cancel. Aha! And it did retain the clock. Good job. Okay. So let's put this in here for 2 minutes again. And see what we get. Oh, I like that. The other one also had a quick start function that way. But this one works so superbly nicely. Yep. And after taking that out of the refrigerator, that's what that looks like. The yellow stuff was the slight bit of grease, meat squeezins that coagulated at the top, but as you can tell, there wasn't hardly any of it there. And I'll work through that. Let's see what happens here in 1 minute and 20 seconds. So we're locked. Now, what it is here is the first cup was good enough that I decided I want another one. But in the middle of that, I also set the clock. Let's see after running 2 minutes whether or not that clock retained. See how it's telling me I got a lock situation. That unlocks it. Oh yeah, 640, 641. Yeah, good stuff. Huh. That is warm, to say the least. Yeah, cool. I'll get this shut off here and go enjoy my food. See if I can do this without burning myself or spilling the product. That would be good on both sides. Yep. Food. Well, that was an interesting day to say the least. Got my stew pot done. Then couldn't cook my stew in a microwave. And so I went and got a microwave. And things are all better, except for the fact that I'm going to go to bed yet again tonight with my kitchen in a mess. I'll work on that tomorrow. We'll see if we can get things back in order. Hey, thanks for watching. I appreciate you coming along. We'll talk to you again. And keep smiling. Have a great one. Bye-bye.